you might have realized or have the experience that life has become very intense lately. We are experiencing multiple timelines. And I'm going to teach you how to navigate it, how to go with it. It's part of our journey. It's part of how we are going to get from, say, you might want to go from point A to point B. I have a lot of information today. We have a Mr. D world famous diagram in today's lesson, so don't go anywhere if you want to see my world famous diagram. Back when I used to teach the kids, I say, this is Mr. D's world famous diagram, and I put it on the board. They get so excited. We have a world famous diagram today. But sometimes we have to see the visual in order to understand what's going on. It's a very difficult time period when absolutely nothing makes sense. And I'm going to assist in your journey, trying to make sense for all of you. We try to make sense of things. And I guess this is a lesson of making sense of things that we're going through right now that make no sense at all. But when you start to understand that we are, and this is very important because you're going to see how one thing leads to another in this lesson. When you start to realize that, we are experiencing multiple timelines. Every person is on their individualized ascension journey. And the different people in your life, they might be at a different stage, popping on, popping off. Very difficult time period where, things are not very material, if you will. You might have been accustomed to something being one way, or this is the way that it normally operates. This is the way of life. And then all of a sudden, things literally don't make sense. And when we understand the quantum chaos, I've been sharing this for a while, and we're going to share it on a deep level today, talk about the nervous system, people coming on and off, the moving target, oh boy. We'll get to the world famous diagram and a lot of other things in today's lesson. If you're new to the channel, I'm Michael. I assist the divine masculine and feminine on the ascension journey, and I make the lessons relevant for everyday life people. And more people are waking up and saying, hey, wait a minute, what I'm experiencing, this can't be real. And I always, I tell people, I refer to the Mandela effect to really understand the different timelines. The past couple months have been a very difficult time for me. I'm being very honest with everyone. I've given full transparency on this channel. I keep it at 100. It's not easy, especially for a man like me. I'm a very focused man. I like to focus on the target. And in the last couple months, it's always a moving target and you don't know where to go. And this is going to be relevant later in the lesson. You think that, normally you have a target, you're going to go this way. And then all of a sudden things are moving and it kind of confuses you. We might witness, physical attributes. I think a lot of people are experiencing tech glitches. We even see this, on this platform, other platforms. The tech is like it's just not making any sense. I always share that electronics, we see it in this physical reality, and I think it makes us go like we kind of expect it from technology. Let me know if this resonates. You kind of like, it's not as a big deal when it's in the tech world, maybe on computers and devices, but when it actually happens out there in the physical reality, that's actually more overwhelming. Is that true? You could let us know. So, we're experiencing both. It's kind of everything all at once because we are literally experiencing multiple timelines. So you could see this, in your work. You could see this, in your progress, and certain aspects you might feel like you're going backwards, but we have to take this quantum journey that we're actually on right now. So, and it's not easy. People come on and off your timeline and then come back again. And this could be overwhelming. And you could leave comments on this video. People, you know, they come on your timeline right away. Then they're off your timeline. Then they're back on your timeline. And you're saying, what the heck's going on out there? We have to realize that every person is having their personal ascension journey. And the frequencies, there is a chaos of frequencies right now. And we are all expecting to go to the next, say, chapter or to move forward, but we're kind of going around and around and around, okay? Jane Hawks, I am very grateful for the support. Thank you so much for that. I love you, Jane. Thanks for always being here. I appreciate that. Midge, it is like whack-a-mole. This thing pops up, that thing pops up. What's going on? Okay, and you can't blame anyone when you actually sit with it. Like sometimes we take things personal, but that's why you have to understand the quantum. That's why you have to understand the frequencies. And the frequencies are in quantum chaos right now. So you can't take these things personal. In our rational mind, you know, we do have an ego that tries to protect us. And the things literally don't make sense. And, you know, whether it's with people, okay, and I've been, you know, working on this. I've been sharing about this. We are on a journey, and this journey is specific to who you are. You, the person that's getting this message, you have a specific journey. You have unique needs. You have unique gifts that you need to fine tune. We're actually fine tuning our skills. We're sharpening our light warrior sword. We're banging out the light warrior hammer right now. Oh, don't go anywhere. These are the things that we're working on in order to fine tune our skills, in order to fine tune and you know, level up. We have to go through trials and tribulations. We have to sit with it. We have to, as I say, let it marinate. In the past couple of months, I've had to let it marinate. It's very difficult. Why doesn't everyone write that in the comments today? Let it marinate. I've let a lot of things marinate, and it's difficult because things aren't, you're trying to make sense of things, and you will have to, during this chaos that's going on, this is a test. Pay attention to the message. This is a test for us to fine-tune our clairs, to feel deeply. You have to feel with the heart. You have to feel people, things, situations. You're going to have to go inside and feel. Because nothing is going to make sense. Literally nothing makes sense at this time. So when you start to feel, you can't maybe go out into that outer world. You might have to spend time going into that inner world. And this is actually a process when the pressure is so intense out there, when the whirlwind is swirling on, and all you could do is focus on here, focus on the inner world. All of a sudden, at the end of this shift, you come out of it stronger than you've ever been. You have to think, you know, about your life. Are you on this journey of constantly leveling up? A lot of people don't do this. If you're tuned into this message, you are probably a person that is on this journey that wants to constantly level up. This is what ascension actually means. You're becoming a higher version of yourself. And your frequency is changing. And again, I talk about the physical and the energetic on this channel. So it's actually very overwhelming. It goes beyond what we normally feel. Oh, wow. It's chosen to be different. I'm so grateful for that. Thank you so much for the support. For the past 5 years, I've worked around heavy chemicals, rubber residues, aerosols. Will I be okay? I'm trying to be preventative measures, nutrition, grounding. You seem like the right person to ask. I appreciate that. I guess I am. If you didn't see my full video on achieving a clean slate, reset, for your body. You want to have optimal health. I went through it as well. None of us are immune to what we have in the world. We have to watch out for the 3 T's in our world. What's the 3 T's, High Commander? Oh, those are toxins, trauma, and thoughts. You got to get them out. We come across, so as you just discussed, chosen to be different, the toxins. So the toxins come into the body. We have to purge it out. This is the constant, right? The constant, Elsa just wrote, I did the reset. I appreciate that. There will be, I put together a playlist, Ascension Guide 101. If you're new to the channel, I left that for everyone. I put it on a lot of work. In this quantum chaos that we've been in, that it leaves the test of time. So all of you could see what I did. All I could do is be a lighthouse. Everyone lives their own everyday life. Okay, I keep it at 100 on this channel. All I could do is share about my journey and inspire you to make your, I'm not here to save no one. You have to know this. A lot of people go out into this. You can't save anyone. I'm only responsible for myself. I'm not responsible for anyone else. 86 Beth Bentley, I appreciate you. Yeah. So when you think about the people, especially in the now moment, and this is so important, people come into your life, people leave your life. People might act out of character. People might do you wrong. Well, it's a very powerful time for forgiveness. And when I reflect on my life, and I'm just being real with everyone, and I appreciate if you click the like button right now so people will hear this. We're live. I forgive everyone. Because this was my journey that I signed up for. And I wanted to become the best there is at what I do. And these are the things, the trials, the tribulations that were my tests in life. And I needed these tests. We don't want to carry, it was just a test. 1, 2, 1, 2. This is just a test. Yeah, it's just a test. So we don't want to carry the anger with us. Because it's holding, as we're going through all this quantum chaos, then you're like, I got to carry all this baggage with me. I got to carry all this anger with me. And it kind of weighs you down. You know, and think about this. You are not on the linear time. Ultimately on my journey, and I'm sharing my journey with all of you. It's like the greatest reality show we've ever had, right? I achieved the Ascension vehicle. I have my Ascension body. That's what I set out to do. So even though certain things, you know, might not be, it's not about out there. It's about in here. And this is your vessel. You want to continue, it's just a personal thing. Do you want to continue your lifespan? Do you want to be healthy, wealthy, and wise? It comes from the inside. It's an inside job. I shared that a long time ago, right? For years, those that have been here. I know there's always new people. No, this true ascension is an inside job. No one ascends for you. We all have to do it. This is the authentic journey. And you might go into the wilderness if you've never seen. And our bodies change. God changes the season. I can't control it. I'm like, something's broken inside. This is what I've been going through in the past couple months. Because I was in a mindset, and I can't be in that mindset anymore. I need to go, because I did what needed to be done. The work is done. It will always be. The work is already done. But again, once the energies, please listen to the message, once the energies change, and this is just you're watching me go through it live. Once the energies change, that happens first, then the outer world changes afterwards on a little bit of a delay. Happens energetically before the physical. Don't forget it. Giannis, thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much, Commander. Gigi, I love you, Gigi. Thank you so much for that, Gigi. I like that, Gigi. Yeah. Really appreciate all of you being here. What helps during this time? Okay, so, and I'm sharing with you, and a lot of people, I shared it recently here, talking with other people, waking up with a lot of anxiety in the rising. You wake up out of your sleep and you're already shaking right out of the bed. Okay, this has been going on for a while. Let us know. Okay, your nervous system reset. Okay, and we have the multiple timelines. So number one is I have to stay in the now moment. Okay, you write this down. You can write it in the comments. You write it on a piece of paper. Staying in the now moment stops this anxiety. If my thoughts start to slip and I start thinking of things, or I think of what could have been, or what's supposed to be. But if I stay in the now moment, right? Pay close attention. When I stay in the now moment, I'm good. But there's so much going on that we can't really, process with the human mind. So when I am in the now moment, that anxiety, and that's why I actually love coming on with all of you, because it allows me to be in the now moment even more. So even though the world is chaotic, I could be present in the now moment. So important at any time in your life, but especially right now. Remember, energy not always is good or bad. It just is. But if the energy is very high, right? The energy is very high. So it just brings out the truth. I did that video running up the stair mill. Remember that video? Check it out if you haven't seen it. Because when that pressure is high, it just shows that the truth comes out. You don't have time to play pretend. You don't have time to do this, that, or the other thing. You have to stay focused in that now moment. It's such a powerful thing. When you are focused in the now moment, that's where the power actually lies. Zippity writes, sensitivity and vulnerability. Yeah, it is good to be vulnerable at this time because we're just being real. It's difficult. I'm sharing the truth. Some people see this strong guy over here. Look at him, riddled with anxiety. I am riddled with anxiety. These things are at a different level, okay? It's not about the physical, though we must take ownership of our physical vessel, which we learn on this channel, because everything carries that signature. And we want to stay strong during the chaos, the quantum chaos. The other thing that helps me, and you could write this down, you have to make this decision, and I'm going to really explain this, and this is going to go into my world famous diagram today. Please don't go anywhere. Smash the like button so people will see this world famous diagram. I love my WFDs. We used to call them WFDs. I used to really I started getting into art. I used to tell them, I said, you might see this in the museum someday. They would make fun of my art. So what helps is saying, I'm going to take this journey. It helps. You say, I'm going to take this journey because I'm seeing it. And it's like, wow, this is I thought I'm going to take this journey. And I've been through this before. And even though God put me on that journey prior to leveling up in the past, and it was difficult and it was hard, but what God did was give me a blessing. Well, what's the blessing? The blessing is that I have years and years and years of content to teach other people. I could tell the story of the journey, even though we always want to go up and up and up and just go on that trajectory. But sometimes we have our life smashed apart. Sometimes we have to hit the floor. And we go through these seasons. Some people use the term the dark night of the soul. Have you been experiencing that in the past month? Let us know in the comments. So many people. Had a conversation with a friend of mine. He really opened up about the past week. A lot of you are feeling this. Put the hearts in the chat. A lot of us need to feel love. It's actually an epidemic, especially for men in the world, okay? Maybe show some men some love. A lot of people are hurting. And the 1111s is good energy, right? But we're all feeling it right now. So we have to take that journey, and we might go from literally one timeline to the next timeline. We go up and down, and you could say to yourself, wow, I didn't expect this. A lot of you are probably saying this. If you reflect on the past month, so you could put like a raise a hand in the chat, or just leave a comment if you're watching on the replay. I didn't expect this. There are so many things in my life in the past, it's been over a month. I didn't expect, it happened. I said, oh, and then I didn't know what was going on. I said, I didn't expect this. Are you saying this, right? Are you saying this? I didn't expect this. Well, that's the quantum chaos, because it shifts us. Because we think, Lacey, that is actually very accurate, because that has been this year. Because, ready, Lacey, it must end. This is the 9 year. So that old life, that old stuff, the old way of life, pay attention to the message, everyone listening. It must end. You cannot live small any longer. You cannot live that way any longer. You have to have love. You have to have abundance. You have the self-respect. You have outgrown. You have outgrown. Now the world must reflect your frequency. Your world must affect your frequency. 999, it's over, kid. Look, the chat's blowing up. It's over. That old way, it must end. You must embody, and your soul is shaking. Those that are tuned in all the way into this message to this point, you know that you're a soul. And you're I'm operating this avatar. How you doing? I'm always going to be me. Always be you. Always make people laugh. Laughter is a superpower. We're going to learn about, you want to become a superhero? Teach you how to become a superhero. Laughter, they always say laughter is the best medicine. Laughter is a superhero power. If you can make people laugh, oh wow. It's amazing. It's amazing the changes, the frequency that shifts. So you say, I have to take this journey. Okay, here we go. We have a world famous diagram. I plotted this all out for you. So, and this is why I struggle with it as well, because I want to go from point A to point B. Okay, so what we have here, okay, I plotted it out for you. Okay, we have quantum chaos. Okay, I know that we are live, so it kind of like does the mirror effect. Okay, stick with me. Okay, this is what's going on. Okay, hi, this is Mr. D, back with world famous diagrams. Okay, so we think that we are going from point A to point B. Okay, I want to get here, God. And God says, okay, son, okay, daughter, we're going to go this way. Okay, but we have to go down here. And then we're going further off, but we can just go straight across like here, God. No, you have to go this way. Then we're going to go back up. Then we're going to go backwards. Yeah. And then we're going to go beyond, backwards. And then we're going to go to B. And then you're looking at it, you say, but God, I could go from A to B. But I could go here. And God says, no, you have to do this. And I'm looking at this, and I say, son of a, I got to do all this, right? Look, the chat. If you agree with this, right, hit the like button. Is this you? I wanted to go here. But you're here. This is what you're doing right now. Look at that diagram. That's what's going on, right? It's a great example. World famous diagrams. They're back. No, this is what's going on. You thought, I could go from A to B. Oh, I want to do this for my work. I'm going to go A to B. Oh, I want to have this relationship. I want to go A to B. No, No, you have to meet all these people. You have to keep going. You have to go through all these ups and downs. Why? Because quantum chaos, that's why. That's why. And if you're a person like me, right? No, I'm just a regular guy, right? You got to be flowy like the feminine. Oh, the divine feminines here. I appreciate all the divine feminines. They always show up at the right time. I'm very grateful for you if you're watching. Yeah. You got to actually embrace the feminine energy. If you're a man, okay, on this channel, I assist the divine masculine and feminine. I know both. If you're getting this message, you must know both. You must know both. It's very flowy right now. You have to embrace that feminine, flowy, creative energy. I want to go direct, A to B. No, no. You have to go like this, all the way up and down. Oh my God. It could drive you crazy. I know you are, Lisa. Oh, I feel your energy. I appreciate you being here. The more you level up, the more you have to start feeling I talk about the clairs, get your clairs up. All right? I'm very focused. I'm focused on the gym. I'm going to share everything about my journey. I'm focused. I'm pumping. I'm always be pumping, right? Sometimes our friends in the gym, we might say, oh, you got to get your weight up. Nah, son, you got to get your clairs up. Write it down. Get your clairs up. It is more a fit. You have to do things at an energetic level. I'm not saying that you have to drop all physical. And I'm also not saying that everything you just do, meditation, energy. No, you have to do both. What we're actually doing is manifesting a brand new reality. Isn't that great? You have to find an intersection. I've been saying this. God gives me the messages when I'm out on the beach. I spend a lot of time out on the beach. You'd be surprised what you see and meet out on the beach. Got to get out in nature. Got to get off the apps. Got to get out in nature. Got to take the rubber soles off, okay? These are the things that you have to do. The more you're in tune, that's not just like a phrase. If you are in tune, right, your whole world, your whole reality shifts. And then you say, hang on, because you got to go like this. I got to go like this? This is what I have to do. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. So that is what it is. When you say that I signed up for this, I mean, a lot of people, if you're tuned into this message all the way through, you know that you literally signed up for this. I reflect on this. I'm not a perfect person. And I will be sharing this as we continue this next chapter of our everyday lives. Please click the subscribe button if it's resonating. I appreciate that. If you're new, if you could do that, it really helps. It's not about being perfect. It's about taking the journey. It's about amplifying your specific, unique gifts. I have specific, unique gifts that I am the best at. And I've shared this before. I can do things that you can't do, and you could do things that I can't do. We're not all supposed to be Robotrons. I am a Robotron. Yes, I am you know about the Robotrons? No, we're not Robotrons. I appreciate that, Carla. Connects. We're all connecting. Yeah. We're not Robotrons. You are specific. You have specific, unique needs. You have specific, unique gifts. And that's why when I teach this journey, it's really about the energy themes. And it's really about going inside at this time. I've gone very deep inside. You have to go very deep inside at this time. Because if you go out there, don't go out there and don't go down there, it's dark. Don't go down there, it's dark. Yeah. Attract light. You have to attract more light. That's what I do on my journey. I'm bringing in the light as much as possible, and I will show this to you as we continue to move forward. It is for such a time as this. It's for such a time as quantum chaos that's driving us nuts. I just keep it real. I'm not a perfect person. I sit here with anxiety. I sit here with complaining, not understanding. And again, I do understand when, go back to the lesson, I'm staying in the now moment. I say, this is a journey. I said, this has happened to me before, God, so I understand why you are putting me through this once again, because it is the only way. You cannot go straight line. Think of nature. Nature is not straight lines. Did you play Mario Brothers? That was the water world. Remember water world? You start floating around. Someone has to remember that one, right? That's when you're floating around like Mario in the water world. If I made one person get the joke, then it's worth it. No, that's what you're doing. You're floating around, and right, it's true. And you're floating around, and you think, I'm going to go from A to B. No, you got to go like this, right? So that's what we're all going through, and it is very overwhelming. It is very overwhelming. So I'm taking this time. If we could all focus for a second, and if you just stumbled in, click the like button. Very grateful, so people will hear this before we get off. And I just want to put this prayer meditation out for everyone. If we all focus for a second. And I call back all of my energy, all of my fractals from every timeline, and call back all my energy that has been taken from me beyond my free will. And I call back every aspect of me from every timeline. And I put it here in the now moment. I call back all of my energy. I call back all the fractals of my soul, my essence. Everything that belongs to me is here now on this highest timeline. And we all combine, and we call back our royal family, because we are a family and we're supposed to be together, brothers and sisters, and love and relationships. We call them all back to this timeline, and we call it back now. We summon all of our energy back to this highest timeline in the now moment. We are focused now on the highest timeline. And sometimes, even myself, I have to listen to my own advice during this pivotal time period. Relax. You're already here. And so it is. Right? Relax. You're already here. Yeah. I'm already here. And so are you. When you get pulled out into the lower frequencies, anxiety, guilt, shame, relax. You're already here. I know many people, and I'm living through this now. It's a heightened time period. We pick up from the collective as well. You might be empathic. So many people have high anxiety right now because none of these things make sense. Appreciate everyone that is here on this live stream. If you're new, if you've been here the whole journey, people come on and off the timeline, and that's okay, because we're all on an individualized ascension journey, and people will come and people will go. And in the time periods where there is this chaos, it's quantum chaos, and you can't go out there, you must go inside. So instead of wasting your time, and this is where we get empowered on this channel, you could write "I am empowered" in the comment section. I focused, I gave evidence on my journey, how I went inside so that I can complete the ascension process and change to a higher level. This structure, this frequency, you are changing the frequency. I know some people might be, you're kind of interested, you're learning this. What is this science teacher, crazy guy talking about? You are changing your frequency. So it's overwhelming. You are feeling energies. But when you change your frequency, which is maybe not something that you've learned or something that you're accustomed to, the collective is all going through this in the now moment. You feel it, Elsa? Many people are feeling it. You have to be empowered. You cannot be apologetic. Because if you lose yourself, then it will be over, kid. My ears are ringing. If you lose yourself, then it will be over, kid. Everything. The pain that I've been through over the past few years, the neglect, the disrespect, the obstacles. I went right after those obstacles. All the pain, all the sadness, the path of the warrior, and yet still I remain. You're getting this message, and your life has not been easy lately, right? But yet I remain. Write it down. Look at it. Look at what you've accomplished. Look at what you've accomplished. Sometimes in inopportune conditions, we need to perform at our finest. The will beats the skill. It was one of my earlier motivational words, and it lasts forever. I keep receipts. These are the immutable truths that we move forward with. This is not, it has not been, we're coming out now. Sometimes in inopportune conditions, we need to perform at our finest. You could write, I am the finest, in the comments. Leaders lead, Lisa. Leaders lead. Yeah. It's good to have new stuff. I see the chat's blowing. Yeah, get some new stuff. It's all about the new. We need new stuff. We need new friends, new relationships, new, and not again, physical things if it's relevant to you. A lot of us are feeling this. I'd rather spend a great day with someone on the beach, having an actual human soul connection than, what's the fancy Gucci bag? What are these things worth? And sometimes, we're going to have to feel it very deeply so that God is going to course direct us. Because that old way, that modern world, which is now the old way, we're getting back to the basics. Back to the basics. Right? Back to the basics. So I'm very grateful for everyone. Thank you to Cliff, Virginia Hiker and Daciana Green for supporting the channel this week. If you'd like to support the channel, there's a link at the pinned comment. I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. Show up every day. Take the Our Everyday Lives Challenge. And if you show up every day, maybe you will be in a brand new reality by the end of this year. Very grateful for all of you being here. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe if you're new. Check out the channel page. Watch a secondary video. Check out my playlist. It will be here, Ascension Guide 101. I know a lot of people will see me. A lot of people will have questions. I've given full transparency, especially what I have done in this past window of time. And sometimes we have to do what's required because in each season of our everyday lives, there is a different version of ourselves that is required to show up for that particular season. So I love each and every one of you. So grateful for the support, the sharing. We have Facebook, TikTok, Patreon. Okay, our Facebook community is blowing up. Hit me up on Facebook, interact. A lot of you see I interact with all of you as well. We're all in this together. We're a family. We're a community. Let's pick each other up. Let's get back into balance. Let's get back into alignment. Let's become the greatest version of ourselves. Do you want to be empowered? Do you want to be stronger than ever before? Do you want to be vibing high like never before? Okay? Show up every day. Hold the frequency. Be empowered. Stay empowered. Go inside. Don't go outside. Go outside, do the grounding, but you get what I mean. You got to go inside, kid. You got to go inside. And I hope that this message, this is a resurrection weekend that we're here to experience. So I love each and every one of you. Facebook, TikTok, Patreon. Check out this channel page. YouTube Shorts. We're everywhere. Utilize the hashtag #OurEverydayLives. Appreciate all of us building the community together. Love and authenticity will get us to that higher timeline. I love you all. I really do. Love you so much. Rewatch if you missed the beginning. Leave a comment, like, share. Keep going, kid.